Hello. Hello, hello, hello. People of the internet. Oh, he said the thing. No way. Let's crack open into this, shall we? There we go. Hello. Hope everyone's weekend is going swell. I'm gonna take off my bracelets because they were suffocating my hands. Hey. Just gonna have a nice chill stream today. Nothing too big going on. Just wanted to talk about Freddy's, like I always do. I love talking about Freddy. Especially when we've got some big Freddy's news going on. Freddy movie! Freddy movie! Very quickly, I want to say if you saw this stream, the original title and thumbnail for the stream, originally I was going to do the Fnaf puzzles. I was going to build some puzzles and talk. However, I want to do a bit more setup with that. Because I want to have a camera, obviously, for the puzzles, and then a face camera. And then I also want to try to get that program that pops up the chat message onto the screen. And then we can do some puzzles, doing some Q&A, vibing out. But, I planned that stream for today before the FNAF 2 movie news came out. And I figured, okay, I feel like most of the questions people are going to ask during, like, that chill puzzle stream will just be about the movie. So I figured, let's just do a whole dedicated movie discussion stream. It's also been a while since I've done a stream, right? I don't stream too often anymore. I would like to start doing, I keep saying this, I've been saying this for a long time. I'd like to start doing some weekly recap news streams where we do this, we just kind of talk about the news. Because our last stream was about PAX. And then, oh, actually, there was the August anniversary streams. But besides that, we don't do it too frequently. And right now, I'm really just waiting on Into the Pit to come out on Switch. It's coming up on a month since that was supposed to be released. So, I'm hoping it releases soon, because I really want to play Into the Pit on Switch. I want to stream that. So right now, we're just doing a chill stream. You can still do Q&A. I just figured a lot of the questions people were going to ask in the Q&A would be about my thoughts on the movie or whatever. So I was like, let's just do a whole separate vibe out stream for the movie itself. And I can quickly pull up the Toy Freddy so we can look at his glorious mug. Gamer Toy Freddy. Did I set this up right? I don't know if I set hold on. Oh, I did. There's Freddy. I'd like to have a dedicated browser capture for him, though. Window capture. Movie. Oh, sorry. There's Freddy. Slide him over. Get me back. And we've also had a few other very brief FNAF 2 movie news that I want to touch upon, mainly from Jason. He's commented very briefly about the movie, nothing too special. It'll probably still be in a FNAF News video, which, by the way, there is one coming out at the start of this week, and then one at the end of this week. I'm looking at my big calendar. What's really unfortunate is I locked in, and I was like, okay, I'm planning every single video I have on the main channel and the second channel till the end of the month, right? All the way till Halloween. So I locked that in. Right, I had videos already scheduled on both channels, mainly shorts, but still content scheduled. And then this news came out, and whenever there's big FNAF news, it usually shifts the schedule. Because then, I wasn't planning on posting, the day this poster came out. But obviously, you upload a video, then that shifts the whole schedule by a day. And now we're having this stream, so that shifts the schedule again. So much for trying to schedule my content, man. Yes, this is real. This was posted on the official accounts, which, by the way, get excited because they've recently started. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. They've changed their logo. They've changed their icon to the logo. There's Raz. He's going to do what? Raz is going to do what, Freddy? So they've already started getting ready for the movie. Super exciting. So what are your guys' thoughts? I made obviously a video and a post about it, but what are your thoughts on this poster? I've seen a few other edits that like change up his pose and his facial expression, and those look pretty good. Honestly, I think for a first poster, this is still incredible. Like the fact that they look this good, it's so insane. So I feel like maybe they could have done something where like his hand is peeking out, but whatever. I think this is perfect still. Little bit of blood. I think that's just the texture. I think it's just the texture they're going for. So pretty, looks good. Yeah, a lot of people thought it was CGI. So many people. It was a repeat from the first movie's poster, where everyone thought it was CGI. But nope, this is Toy Freddy. And also, a lot of people noticed his eyelid's blue now. Toy Freddy's eyelid did not. It's not blue, but they made it blue. I think it looks good. I don't think it's like a massive, I'm not offended, but how dare they make his eyelid blue? What are they thinking? Oh my god, the movie's gonna be terrible. I actually think it looks pretty good. It matches with his eyes. Which, by the way, it does seem like they're gonna have glowing eyes. Maybe they're still gonna glow red, I don't know, but I think his eyes look great. And also, this is not Springtrap. I saw so many posts about it. People thought that this over here was Springtrap. I don't think he is, man. We're gonna do what to Toy Freddy? Let's relax, alright? I know he looks shiny. Folks. But let's maybe relax a little bit. Yeah, I do not think the world is gonna be ready for Toy Chica. Do not think people are gonna be ready. Yeah, it's not actually Springtrap. It would be sick if it was, though. But it, alas, is not. Just some lighting. Just some light reflections. His arm? Apparently his arm got cut off. Oh, no, you can see it. I thought someone said his arm got cut off. This is his arm. And while we're here, actually, Jason Blum. So they revealed this poster at New York Comic Con. Blumhouse hosted a... Blumfest is what they called it, and they showed off a whole bunch of teasers and posters for their upcoming films. Obviously, Fnaf was there. They had Megan 2.0. They had a brief teaser with Megan. They're filming that movie right now. That comes out in June, I want to say. I think they talked a bit more about Wolfman, which is their upcoming film in January. And apparently there's 10 Blumhouse movies in total releasing next year. So Blumhouse has a very, very busy year next year. And after that happened, after they revealed all their stuff, obviously, Jason Blum took a few interviews, and this one is with Brandon Davis over on Twitter and YouTube. And this is what he had to say about FNAF 2.
The fun thing about the sequel to Freddy's is Scott was played the same role in the second movie they did in the first movie, but now Scott really is like totally gets the movie business. So it's even more of his vision, and it's going to be amazing. I mean,
how do you follow that up?
We start shooting the movie in a week.
Shooting in a week?
Only Scott Cawthon could follow it up, and he did. And Emma and the cast. We've got all the original.
So I'm going to pause right there because he touches upon something else in a quick second. But he talks about Scott. And it's like, after the first movie, Scott, he's never done like a Hollywood film before. But now that he's done it, he knows the process. He knows what you got to do to get a movie made, script writing, all that stuff that goes into making a big movie like this. So he's just bringing more of that, which I'm super excited about. He says it's more Scott's vision, which I've seen a few people be like, I don't know if I like that. Some people be like, yes, more Scott's vision. Personally, I feel like as the creator of FNAF, having more of his vision is perfect. And the fact that he knows now more so what goes on with making a movie and the movie business itself, I think that's a really good sign. And right now, Jason's going to talk a bit about the returning cast and crew, so pay attention to this.
Scott Cawthon could follow it up, and he did. And Emma and the cast. We've got all the original cast back, and our director, Emma, who's did a terrific job with the movie. So yeah, comes out next year.
So right there, he said that Emma is returning as director, which we knew, right? We knew Emma was coming back already. But then he also says we have the full original cast coming back, which has excited a lot of people because obviously we knew Josh Hutcherson as Mike, Matthew Lillard as William, Piper Rubio as Abby, and Elizabeth Lale as Vanessa. We knew they were coming back. All four of them are absolutely coming back. But original cast, full original cast is interesting because does that mean, like, Matt Pat's coming back as Ness? Does that mean that Doug is coming back? Or, oh goodness, what's his actor's name? Something P. Sullivan. Oh, I feel so bad right now. I gotta look it up. I'm gonna feel bad. Doug FNAF movie. Who was Doug? Michael P. Michael P. Sullivan. Is he coming back as Doug? Is Mary Stuart Masterson coming back as Aunt Jane? Maybe she lived her encounter with Golden Freddy. Maybe she's alive. James P. Sullivan is Sully from Monsters, Inc. But I was also thinking, why does James P. Sullivan sound right? It's Michael P. Sullivan is the actor. Sauce is working at Jim Henson's Creature Shop. I did notice that. That was very exciting. Very, very exciting. We don't know what he's working on, if it's FNAF movie or not. We just know that he's working at, Jim Henson's. I think we can assume it's FNAF, but we don't know. I don't know. Sauce has been very tight-lipped, but he's also dude, Sauce is mad. Shout out to Sauce, by the way. It was an honor meeting him at PAX. It is absolutely incredible what he's got going on with Steelwall, with Jim Henson. Like I said, I wasn't told anything, so don't be like, what do you know? Because I don't know anything. But it is incredible, incredible, incredible to see where Sauce is going. And he's only going to keep on going and going. That's my boy right there. The dead actors as well. Yeah, are we going to see... I feel like right now I'm just trying to flex that I know all their names, even though I'm blanking on some of their names. Are we going to see Kat Carter Sterling come back as Max? As, like, the ghost of Max haunting Shadow Freddy, right? Because Shadow Freddy's a big character in FNAF 2, and I feel like, obviously, they're going to have more secret animatronics. Are they going to have Shadow Freddy? Are we going to see the ghost of Max? Are we going to see Joseph Poliquin come back, maybe haunting the toy cupcake? I don't know. He died a regular cupcake. We, Hank as well. He possesses, what, Sparky, right? Does he possess Sparky? I'm excited for Elizabeth Lale as well. I'm excited for all the cast to come back. Mark did not... Okay. Mark... This is a very irritating report. Mark did not confirm that he is in the FNAF 2 movie. He had a stream the other day, ironically enough, when this poster got revealed, to promote his show, Edge of Sleep. And he had a running joke throughout the entire stream that if you get, Edge of Sleep to #1, like trending on, I think it's on Prime, I'll leak the FNAF 2 script. But he also said, I'll leak my credit card. I'll tell you right now, those are 100% jokes. I am so frustrated by people in the community that were spreading that as confirmation. Because it's not. It's very clearly jokes. He did the same thing with the first movie. However, we have heard from Scott. Let me see if I can pull up his comment. We did hear from Scott himself that ideally Mark can make an appearance in this movie. Because if you remember from the first film, Mark was supposed to play the guy, the night guard at the start of the film. Mark was supposed to be that night guard. Where's the comment? Here it is. However, filming for Iron Lung was happening at the same time. So Mark couldn't act in the FNAF movie. And when he broke the news, Scott left this comment on Mark's video. If we're fortunate enough to get to work on a sequel, which they are, then hopefully we will have another shot at getting the King of FNAF into a FNAF movie. Can't wait for Iron Lung in the meantime. So very clearly, Scott wants Mark in the film. And I think Mark wants to be in the film as well. And I'm sure every FNAF fan wants to see Mark on the big screen as well. So I feel like, I don't know what Mark has going on right now. I know we're still waiting on Iron Lung. But hopefully, coming up, maybe Mark can get in the film. That'd be fantastic. I think we'd all love that. Let's go back to Freddy. Freddy Fast. Oh, something that was interesting. If you saw the FNAF movie account, when they tweeted out this, when they made this tweet about, this is terrible. This is why I do regular videos and not streams. When they tweeted out the photo, they had the caption, "Come find me," which obviously we all know from the ending of the first film, it was the words that were spelt out during the credits by the minigame voice. You know, C-O-M-E, find me. So we know that. But interestingly enough, on Instagram, the caption was not "come find me," it was "he always comes back." So they had two captions going on there for the same announcement. I'm not sure why. But, I mean, that's more confirmation. William Afton's coming back. We all knew that already. But yeah. Filming, by the way, 1 week from today. 1 week from today, FNAF 2 begins. I think FNAF 2 will be a movie. That's my theory. David Barron, you are a wily bunch. That's outlandish. I've heard some crazy theories in my time in this community. That's ridiculous. I'll tell you right now. No, the reflection was not real. Someone edited that. Yeah, 1 week from today, the 27th, filming begins, and we will get photos from Scott. He said, once filming begins, we're gonna get some photos. So stay on the lookout for the Scott Games Twitter account, because we will be getting photos. Likely of the set, I'd imagine. I mean, if they're filming on set, maybe we'll get a look at the restaurant. Let me quickly pull up my video, because I see some people talking about the behind-the-scenes photos. Here's the all the behind-the-scenes. Look at Toy Freddy. Look at how incredible the behind-the-scenes are. And he looks like that, and then you go to the teaser, you go to the poster, he looks like that. I think FNAF 2 is going to be based on FNAF 2. That's a crazy theory again. Pierce, thanks so much for the incredible donation. I'd like to see a William Afton spin-off prequel about the origin story of how he became the way he did. Perfect title is Afton. I like the sound of that. We've heard in the past that Blumhouse, they want to do spin-offs, and I think, I mean, that's a perfect film, right? Henry and William at the start of like Fazbear Entertainment, working on the animatronics, working at Fredbear's. Imagine seeing Fredbear and Spring Bonnie up on the big screen, man. That'd be insane. And then it shows, like, you know, I guess the bite, you know, killing Charlie. And then, you know, Afton's killing spree. That'd be insane. Then you could not only go into the backstory of Afton a lot more, you could also look at his family. With Vanessa. That'd be insane, that'd be insane, that'd be insane, man. Afton would go hard. Afton. Oh, dude. You got me excited, Pearson. We don't even know if that's going to happen. But I want it to happen. Do I think TNT Muffin will be a cameo in the movie as a #1 news reporter? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't even know who that is, actually. Can't think of that guy. Look at Bonnie as well. I feel like we're not going to get any more teasers until probably another poster reveal and like a teaser trailer after filming's finished. We'll get set photos from Scott, but I feel like in terms of like full teasers, full posters, we won't get a new one for a couple months. But I feel like they're going to show Bonnie. I feel like Bonnie is going to get shown off. I think what they'll do is they'll do a teaser with the toys, and then maybe closer to the actual release, they'll have a poster with the Wizards. Easter egg and hoax characters? Absolutely. I mentioned it earlier. I think we're going to see the Shadows again. I think Shadow Freddy's coming back. I'd imagine Shadow Bonnie. JJ, the Endoskeleton, Paper Pals. I feel like they might do some trickery with those guys. Movie on the Mimic. If we ever get something in terms of the Mimic on the big screen, we're years and years away. Personally, I don't think we'll ever see the Mimic get adapted into a film. But you never know, man. You never know. But if that does happen, it'll be a ways away. Recreate the old teaser photos. I'm surprised that they didn't for the first teaser, you know? Something new, something borrowed with, that's what I thought they were going to do. Here, let me pull up that teaser. With Withered Bonnie and Toy Bonnie, they already showed off a lot of Toy Bonnie, so maybe, they wanted to do something new. But, like, something like this, I'm kind of shocked they didn't do. Something borrowed, something new. This looks sick. Maybe it's showing the characters off a bit too much. And then there's also a few more. The one where Freddy has the hat, that's a good one. This is a good one. I can see them doing this as a poster. Yeah, they'd have to show a lot more animatronics. I think they're holding off. I think they're going to hold off, which I'm totally fine with. I want them to hold off. I don't want them to show off all the characters at once, especially with the movie still being over a year away. The Mask? Oh, The Mask is a good one, yeah. Have you watched Raito's new channel called Ridos? I can't say I've watched it, but I've heard of it. I've seen a few channels like that, where it's like content to fall asleep to. I've never thought of doing that myself, but I've seen Ritos talk about it. It seems like he's doing pretty good. They're doing pretty good. Bow, bow. Fredbear would be great. I feel like they gotta do Fredbear. I think my prediction, right, for the Freddy Cinematic Universe is we're having these 3 films based on FNAF 1, 2, and 3. Then we're going to have another trilogy of films to finish off the timeline. That's what I am speculating. And then we'll also get spin-offs in between those films with stuff like Fredbear's. Like Pierce mentioned earlier, like Afton's Origins. You know? Maybe Sister Location, maybe like FNAF 4. That's what I'm thinking. And maybe Security Breach as well. I don't know. I feel like having a movie centered around Vanessa could be cool. Kind of her backstory. Like, why does she know so much about Freddy's already when she shows up? Obviously, it's because, you know, she's related to William and she knows about the murders. But, like, a bit more of that backstory could be cool. Hey, Tracy. I don't want to talk to Homer. I'm done talking to Homer Simpson from the show The Simpsons. The FNAF Avengers. I have started my 2025 predictions for FNAF already. Because recently I've started looking back at my predictions for this year. Because at the start of 2024, I did a stream where I asked chat and I had my own thoughts. What do we think is going to happen with FNAF as a franchise in 2024? And so far, we're doing pretty good. I'll show off the full predictions list at a stream towards the end of the year. But because I've been looking back on that, I've also started doing predictions for next year. And it's been super, super fun. And one of those predictions is like the Freddy Cinematic Universe. Pretty much. Where I think the film is going to go, what I think Blumhouse and Universal are going to do because of the success of the films, and how many films we're going to get, how many spin-offs, all that stuff. Freddy's Civil War. Where's the stream? It might be private. I usually like to private a lot of my streams. But I'll keep this one up. Obviously. Because we're just chilling. We're just having a fun chat. Like I said, I posted a community post asking if people wanted to do just like a casual talking stream. And a lot of people were like, yeah, I like just having streams on in the background as I do stuff. So I'm like, that's cool. So we'll do one. So I'll keep this one up if people want to watch the VOD. Do I ever wish it was rated R? Not really. Not. Here's the thing. I've never seen FNAF as like a rated R franchise. I know people really want that. The franchise has never been that. It's never going to be that, I don't think. So I think trying to force it into rated R would be a bit... I don't think it would fit. I think PG-13's fine. Do I get a little silly? I get a little silly. All right. Oh, over on this stream, we get a little silly, a little bit wacky, a little bit goofy. Animated movie? That'd be sick. You mentioned Security Breach specifically, Reese. I think overall, just like a Freddy animated movie would be cool. And again, one of the things I am predicting is a Fazbear Frights streaming show. I don't think that'd be animated. Actually, maybe. I haven't fully considered a FNAF animated show or movie. I can see that happening. Bow, 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 bow. PG-13 movie for a PG-13 game. FNAF has always been targeted at adolescents. It's always been rated T for teen. I think the people who are really trying to push for a rated R cut, I think they're just hardcore fans who have grown up over time and are now able to get into those more, rated R territories of media. And I think they want, because they've grown up, they want FNAF to grow up with it. But that's just not how it works, unfortunately. FNAF World Show, that'd be fun. I don't care what people say. That'd be really fun. That'd be awesome. I'd love that. Into the Pit. Into the Pit would be sick. I mean, like I said, I think they're going to do Fazbear Frights. Into the Pit will definitely be one of them. Scott loves Into the Pit. We've had the original story, a game, we've had an interactive novel. They've done so much with it. They're gonna keep churning out Into the Pit. Do I think the movie has the same hype as the first movie? I think it'll have more. Already, the posts have been doing insanely well. Already, it's only been a couple days since they were posted. The Instagram post has over 1 million likes. Sorry, there's a tiny little fruit fly flying around me. The Twitter post has like 250,000 on the FNAF movie account. It's gonna have insane amount of hype. And I think the opening box office is gonna be insane. Page 16 of the Ultimate Guide breaks timeline. I don't gaff. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I don't know what you're talking about. I've not read the Ultimate Guide. I'm so... I wish I cared as much as you do. I'm so sorry. Fetch Solo trilogy? I mean, not a trilogy, but I can see them doing a show for each, titular Fright story. Maybe Tale story for, a season 2. That'd be cool. Could FNAF release earlier due to filming ending in January? No. They're sticking with the December date. Very clearly. They've announced it, so many times at this point. With this first teaser, with this first poster, if they wanted to change the date, I feel like they would have done it with this poster. The only reason I would see them changing the date is actually to delay it. Avatar 3 is releasing in December as well. Granted, it's later December, but that's going to be a massive movie. I'd really hate for that to affect the box office of Freddy's. I don't think it will. I don't know how much of an overlap there is with that audience. But if they ever change the date, it'll be to delay it to, February. Maybe January. But also, January horror films are considered atrocious. So, I think if people see a January horror film, no matter if it's Freddy's or not, a well-known IP or not, they'll be like, oh, that's going to be bad. But I doubt they're going to move it up. Like I said, if they were to change the date, they would have done it with this poster. I pray there's a holiday winter aesthetic to it, Because it's releasing in December, that doesn't necessarily mean it takes place during December. But I feel like Freddy's during the wintertime could be a cool little setting. Where's my light bulb? It's right up there. Where's my... Sorry, it's up in the ceiling. I don't know why I'm answering this question. What could the movie budget be for the second movie? It's going to be a lot higher. A lot higher. Because they have to make so many more animatronics. And also, I mean, the first movie made bank, man. Made bank. Here, let me show. I mean, just look at these animatronics, man. Sheesh, look at Foxy, look at Toy Chica, oh my god. I'm not ready to see Toy Chica. Up on the big screen, caked up, man. Oh, it's gonna be insane. It's Toy Bonnie as well. And then here are the scripts. I saw every now and then there's another debate on which script is real. I don't know. Sorry, that was an interesting question from Matthew. Hope Darren and Amber and Stephanie and Jenna reprise their roles to the toy characters. I would love that, because quite frankly, I do like the voices of the toy animatronics. I think they all do a fantastic, fantastic job. However, I don't think they're going to get voices in the movie. I really don't think they will. I think it's going to be like the first movie where there's like a dedicated song they sing throughout the movie. But I don't think they're going to talk. I mean, maybe if this script is real, this Toy Chica one, maybe they do. I don't know. Did they speak in the other scripts? No, just that one. And I don't think this first page is real. I cut out the page numbers. I don't know. What if Scott lied and none of the scripts are real? I mean, we'll find out in a year. I don't think he'd do that, though. I don't think he'd do that. He's a troll, but not to that degree, you know? Sparker will probably return. I think they're going to bring back Sparky, yeah. I think they're going to bring back the original cast of, like, the Wrecking Crew and have them be ghosts. Probably not for too many scenes. Maybe just, like, haunted flashbacks or, like, hallucinations. Because FNAF 2 had the Withered Golden Freddy head hallucination. So I think what they'll do is they're going to have a lot of hallucinations for Mike throughout the movie. And he's going to see the dead members of the Wrecking Crew haunting some of the spare animatronics. He's going to see, like, Shadow Freddy, Shadow Bonnie, JJ, you know, Paper Pals moving, being weird. Ness is the new main character. I think they're going to bring back Ness. MatPat talked about it in the Wired Complete interview. Because this is the kind of stuff I have to remember as a FNAF news reporter. He did a Wired autocomplete interview, and he said that his schedule's open if Scott ever wants him to return for the movies. And I feel like you just don't pass up that opportunity. You know, now that you're retired. But, you know, that's his call. Chris Pratt as Toy Bonnie, Jack Black as Withered Freddy, Toy Chica as Elizabeth Olsen, Withered Bonnie as Tom Hiddleston. That is certainly a fan cast. Do I think we'll see Withered Golden Freddy? Absolutely. Absolutely we're going to see Withered Golden Freddy. Also, what are your thoughts on, what do you guys think about this? New major male role is also rumored for the sequel, which people are thinking could be Henry. And then also Jeremy will reportedly have a role. See, part of me feels like Jeremy will be like the night guard at the new FNAF 2 location before Mike takes the job, but also I don't know if they're necessarily going to repeat that from the first movie. You know, they've already done that. With some night guard dying before Freddy. I mean, Mike. I don't think they're going to repeat that. Doug the movie, rated D for Doug. I'd watch that. I'd watch a Doug movie. Oh, my eye's so itchy. They gotta bring Doug back. He's too much of a fan favorite character for them not to bring him back. Plus, I think a lot of the actors of like the Wrecking Crew just really love FNAF. I can't recall if any of them said they were Freddy fans before the movie. But it seems like they just really love the community. And obviously the community really loves them. That's something I'm extremely grateful for the community. Is how much they've embraced and, you know, welcomed with open arms every single actor from the first film. It's really, really sweet to see. So I do hope they bring back most of the Wrecking Crew, if not all of them, you know. When is Into the Pit coming out on Switch? Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon, but I don't know any updates, unfortunately. I think we talked about most of all this. Gosh. Why is he looking at me like that? Quit looking at me like that. Dude, I can't stop looking at this concept art, man. It looks so good. Inspired by the dream sequences. I'm not sure if they're going to do dream sequences, because that was already such a major plot point of the first movie. And quite frankly, from what I've seen, it was also a pretty big criticism. I kind of have the same feeling. Most of the times it kind of just stopped the pacing dead in its tracks. So I don't know if they're going to do dream sequences. I think instead they'll do hallucinations. Again, the dead members of the Wrecking Crew with their Golden Freddy head, Endo 02, JJ, Shadows, all that stuff. I don't think dream sequences will do that. Another fort scene. I don't know if they'll do that. Because at this point, people know the animatronics are haunted by kids. We got that from the fort scene in the first movie. I don't think they're going to repeat that. At least I kind of hope they don't. I'm not a big hater of the fort scene. I understand why it's there. Every single time I'm like, I don't really like the fort scene. People are like, it's supposed to, you know, let the audience know that they're haunted by harmless kids. And it's like, I know that. But boy, is it out of place. So I don't think they're going to retread that. I think they're going to do something different, but in the same line of letting the audience know that the toy animatronics specifically, they're like good guys. I don't think they're going to be like allies to Mike and Abby, but they're going to be a lot nicer than the Wizards for sure. For sure. How are they going to do minigames? I say that like they're going to do minigames. I don't think they will. Vanessa having the dream sequences. I kind of hope Vanessa takes a bigger role in this film. I hope they give that to her. But also I can see them saving that for 3 with the big, you know, encounter with Mike, Vanessa, William, if Vanessa survives this film. Which, personally, I'm placing bets that she won't, as much as I love Elizabeth Lale's portrayal of Vanessa. There's this. 3 weeks. By the time I made this video, it was 2 weeks, and by the time we're doing this live stream, it's 1 week. I can't believe in 1 week they're filming Fnaf 2. My goodness. End of January, yeah. Intruder system. Would that alert them to any of the cast members? No, Mike. I mean, maybe they're like, hey, Mike, remember that time? Michael, that time you pushed someone into a fountain. You're a criminal now. I don't think they're... That'd be a really dumb way to go after Mike. But I think what they'll do is they'll have the toy... Sorry, I keep scratching my eye so much. It's so itchy for some reason. I think what they'll do is at the start of the film, they'll have the toys be friendly, and then something in their systems will, like, glitch out or something, or they'll, like, scan Mike or Vanessa at one point, and maybe Williams program them to be like, hey, these guys are bad guys, and then they go after the characters? Maybe. I do like Elizabeth Lale. I do. I think she's a really good actress, and it's really unfortunate that her portrayal of Vanessa was met with such criticism, because I thought it was pretty good. I did join the sweepstakes, yeah. Not that I am expecting to win it, but you never know. Though I'm also in a very fortunate position where for the first movie, I was reached out to by someone at Universal who was like, hey, we can get you a press screening if you want, which was on Wednesday, the day after the premiere. So even if I don't go to the premiere, hopefully I can still get a press screening for like the day after. So that'd be cool. Minigame through the intro? Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. Fallen Heart. Did I hear about Edge of Sleep? I heard about it. I haven't seen it just yet. Mainly because I don't have Prime. But I've heard pretty good things about it, so I'll likely check it out when I have the chance. Nightmares of the movie? Not this movie. I'd imagine they're going to save the nightmares for a spin-off. I feel like we're going to get a FNAF 4 spin-off. Bigger stakes are higher. I'll leave this on the screen in case anything jumps out at you guys. Do I have YouTube's news? Not personally. Not personally. We did see yesterday the full version. Obviously, this is going to be in a FNAF news video coming up, but since you guys are here, since we're talking about YouTubes, I'll show it off. We did get the reveal of Springtrapped Afton. Brand new Springtrap YouTube's figure, and this guy looks sick. This guy looks absolutely sick. They were cooking with this one. Look at him. Look at his pain. He looks so good, man. He should be releasing with, what do they have coming up? I guess the FNAF 3 wave? Next year? Early next year, I believe? Yes, early next year should be the FNAF 3 wave, to my understanding. Because they said they have 2 waves coming out by the end of this year. One of them releases in a week, and that is the, like, Monitor Buddies and the Roxanne stuff. And then they have the second FNAF movie wave coming in December. So, FNAF 3 wave with Springtrap and the Phantom should be early next year. This fruit fly is driving me crazy. Find the right balance between building the world and expanding it in a really cool way. Yeah. And Matthew also talked about character development. Go away, fly, man. So I think we're going to get some flashbacks with William. Do I think we'll get Jackie merchandise, I'd assume, before Secret of the Mimic releases? I don't know. I feel like for new entries, most of the companies kind of lag behind. We don't get merchandise from like Funko or U2s until after their release, so I don't think so. Dawko is Jeremy Fitzgerald. They got to get more YouTubers in the movie. I think they'll probably do a similar thing where they're on like posters or Employee of the Month or something. Maybe they'll be like, maybe they'll fly them out this time to act and be like, I guess servers or waiters for the pizzeria. I can see them doing that. But you got to get Dawko back. I assume they're going to get John because he's massive. Raz, Ryan, Baz, all those guys usually are the main group. So I reckon they're going to get them back as well in some form of cameos. Corey, it'd be nice to see him back as well. I don't believe he's posted since the movie, since the first film, but it'd still be great to see him. Pat, it'd be cool to see him back as well. Mark, be cool to see him as well. But also, I think Universal, Blumhouse, and Scott, everyone working on the film, understands that constant cameos, while cool and lead to, you know, some pretty good reactions, can also be a bit cheesy. I think they did a good job with Matt and with Corey in terms of, like, them being actors present in the scenes. I think they did a pretty good job with those guys. But, I wouldn't want, like, so many YouTubers showing up. You know? Yes, Scott did confirm the Newton Brothers FNAF track, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That is going to be the theme for the second film as well. So I'd assume they're going to have another minigame track, like someone mentioned earlier. Or a minigame, like, cutscene as the credits go by with that song. Either dead or quit the job, so I doubt they'd introduce Dawko. I mean, they were just employees of the... Oh, I guess the place did shut down. But also, I firmly believe that this FNAF 2 location is going to be a new location. So maybe they just moved on to that location. You know? Done a great job learning for the first movie. You'd love to see that. It's hard to kiss around. I'd like to kiss around to a cheek, if you know what I mean. I think the story ends, this movie ends in a really exciting way. That'd be great. So yeah, Matthew. I don't know how long we're going to go for this stream, by the way, but we've been going for 40 minutes. I just like chatting with you guys, you know? I just like hanging out. I don't get to do that when I post regular videos. Let's pull up the poster one more time. I wish we could have seen, like, the audience reaction to the poster. That would have been sick. I think it was Puggo that posted, like, an edited edited video where Jason shows off the poster and, like, no one claps or does anything. But I want to see, like, NYCC's actual reaction to FNAF. Have I read The Week Before? No, I haven't. I still haven't read it yet. At this point, I feel like the time's kind of passed for Week Before. So I feel like even if I were to read it and do a video, I think people have already talked about it, so I don't know if I will. I still need to do this. I keep looking over at it. I have like a fold-out table with all the new FNAF stuff on it that I need to do either merch review videos on or shorts, and I still have the FNAF cotton candy. There was one day, it was the day that I drank the new Roxanne grape soda. I believe I posted that short. I looked at this after I made that short with the Roxanne drink, and I was like, I cannot drink the Roxanne soda and the cotton candy in the same day. I cannot do it. So I've been putting it off ever since. I don't know. One day I need to just do it. One day I need to just do it. Eat the cotton candy, but I don't really want to do it now. And also, I've already recorded this video, but since I'm showing off merchandise, on the second channel pretty soon will be a review of this guy. Creepy. Freddy Head, and I've also got a bunch of other stuff. I don't know. It's a lot of my plate right now. Like I said, I've already recorded a bunch. I've got them all scheduled. It's gonna be great. And then more FNAF news coming out this week, and then next week is filming. Filming begins next week. So I'm trying to get two FNAF news videos out this week, so then we're all caught up once we go into filming for the movie. So then whatever set photos we get or new info of like cast and crew, what have you about the movie, once filming begins, we can jump right into that. Opinion on spaghetti. I don't think I've ever had like spaghetti and meatballs. I've had like regular spaghetti, like the noodles, and I love that. Yeah, so the reflection isn't actually anything. If you saw Springtrap in it, that was just some hoax that someone edited. This is just, I mean, you can see the curve of his ear. It's just reflecting his ear. But Freddy looks sick, man. I can't wait to see the others. An hour away from the location. It's going to be interesting. I wonder if they're going to let people... I mean, obviously they got to have a new facade for the pizzeria, so I'd assume they're going to build one, like they did the first movie. I wonder if they're going to have people, like, go up to it again. I don't know, because it seemed like they had a pretty severe lack of, like, ironically enough, security for that film, or like that certain particular filming location. I don't know. Hope we get animatronics leaked on set. I don't think we're gonna get that. I think Scott's gonna do it. I think Scott's gonna do it before any like low quality leaks get out. But also, the only reason why that happened was because there was a scene where Golden Freddy was outside the pizzeria. So if they don't ever have the animatronics outside the pizzeria, we're never going to get those leaked photos. So I think what they're going to do instead is just take photos of the set, like around the pizzeria, tease like, oh, this is the new prize counter with like the Puppets music box. They'll probably have like a bit of the security office with the vents in the hallway. I think those are going to be the photos they post for filming. And then I think the actual animatronics we're going to have to wait on for new posters or the teaser trailer. Prediction for the story. I think there's some new Freddy's location opening in the area. Mike and Abby see it. They're like, hey, remember when they were like, hey, come find us? You know, maybe there's more dead kids that we need to go help. And that's pretty much it. They get there. They're like, hey, Vanessa, there's more. She's like, aw, man, again. Go to the set, please. If I'm invited, I'd love to. Hey, Scott, if you're watching this. Maybe I can smooth talk my Universal guy. Be like, hey. Aha. Am I doing this right? I never want to do that again in my life. I'm probably banned from the set after doing that now. It'll be interesting. I mean, obviously, more YouTubers are going to go. I think they're going to bring back YouTubers to check out the set, like they did the first film, and meet the animatronics and all that stuff. It'd be an honor to be included in that group. I don't think it's going to happen. But I'm just happy for those guys, because that was incredible. At the very least, I hope I'm invited to the premiere. That's the only thing I want. But also, I'll take a press screening like the first time. Am I going to be in the FNAF 2 movie? No. Because I can guarantee you, they don't know who I am. Time skip? I can see a time skip of like a year. But you got to keep in mind, they can't time skip too much. Because then you got to start to recast people. Specifically, Piper Rubio as Abby, and I pray they never do that, because Piper is such a blessing to this community. She's so sweet. But yeah, I talked about it a bit when it was revealed that FNAF 3 went into pre-production. I don't think they're going to have like a 30-year time skip for that, because then, I mean, you really got to recast people. Because then Abby goes from like, what? 10s? I don't know if we know her exact age, to like, 40. You need an entirely different actress. So I don't think they're going to do any massive time skips. I can see it being like a year for each, maybe 2 for 3, but no massive time skips, I imagine. I would steal Torchiga, that is right. That's why I'm not allowed on set. What have I missed? Not much. We're kind of just talking about our thoughts on the movie, what we're predicting for the story, the characters, all that stuff, secrets. Filming begins in a week, so we should be getting some set photos soon, which I'm so excited about. I'm so excited. I don't know if anyone else is like this. I'm so excited that we have this poster, that filming begins in a week, that I'm not excited, Like, it just feels like, oh yeah. Even though I'm, like, so excited. I don't, is anyone else like that? Maybe I'm just weird. I'm so excited that I can't feel excited. I think Abby will die in the film, then possess someone. I really hate for that to happen, just because I really like... I mean, Mike has already lost so much. I don't think they're going to make him lose Abby as well. Because then that also... I mean, the whole point of the twist at the first movie was that he didn't want to give up Abby, but accidentally did. Obviously, her dying or getting killed presumably wouldn't be his fault. But he's already lost so much. I don't think they do that. Unless it's a thing where it's like, going into the third movie, he's at his, like lowest. He's rock bottom. And then he sees Afton, and he's like, damn. It's like what someone mentioned earlier. It's like Elizabeth Olsen. It's like, you took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. But, they would know who they are. They should recreate the Withered Freddy image, but instead it's Toy Freddy holding Withered Freddy's hat. I'd imagine they just recreate that photo with Withered Freddy. I feel like you have to at some point. I don't think they're going to do every teaser, but I can see them doing the ones where the characters are still kind of in darkness. Let me pull up the Foxy one's a great example. They've already been showing off a ton of Mangle. We've seen a ton of the construction for Mangle. So I can see them doing this image, where it's Foxy and then it's Mangle, or something akin to this. There's a ton of weird fan art already of Toy Chica. It's just going to keep coming as a thing. What's happening? We're just chilling out. We're just talking about Freddy. Freddy Fazbear. What if the movie gets leaked like the first movie? That's always a possibility. The only reason why that leak happened, by the way, is because there's a program that you can do to watch trailers for movies before the trailer releases and give your feedback on the trailers. And obviously, if it's bad feedback, they'll change up the trailers, which is why the leak trailer wasn't exactly like the trailer that released. So someone very idiotically, I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. This guy's a complete moron. Filmed their them watching the trailer, and that's the only reason why it came out. There's really not much you can do to prevent that, because all those like numbers and letters you saw across their recording, that was like their ID for like their survey of trailers. So if you leak it, you're gonna get sued to hell and back. Which I have not followed up with that guy. I've not followed up with that story of that guy. So I don't know if he did get sued or not. I'd assume he did, or something happened. But there's really not much you can do to prevent a leak like that. We just gotta hope that people are smart and use their heads for a second. I have no idea, Sheep. I have no idea. I forget his tag as well. I don't remember his username. But if anyone knows what happened to that guy, I'd assume... I have no idea. I can't even begin to imagine. Because, like, that's Universal. One of the biggest, like, movie companies ever. Of course I remember you, JS. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen again, because that was very unfortunate. Leaks like that are always unfortunate, which I think is why Scott said, once filming begins, I'm going to reveal photos from the set, so that set leaks don't happen again. They're still going to happen, obviously, just because that happens all the time. With every single film, there's always photos and videos and leaks from the sets, just because, sometimes they're out in public. Like the fountain scene, that got leaked because that was a public mall. The facade of Freddy's got leaked because that's just out in the middle of a city. So it's going to happen, but I think they've learned a lot from the first film's leaks to hopefully keep it a bit, more hush-hush. It was great meeting you, Game Bro. Glad it was so cool meeting so many people at PAX, man. I really can't get over that. I want it to be next year so bad because I want to go back. That was I literally yesterday rewatched my vlog because I was missing PAX. So I can't wait to go back. I really hope Seawolf are back next year. Wonder how they're going to do the Mangle. I'd assume much like Foxy, but to like 3 times the degree. Like, you're going to need so many puppeteers for Mangle. They might just do like all hands on deck, and Mangle is always in their own separate scene. So then everyone can puppeteer that puppet. But also, I'd imagine they're going to have some CGI in there just to help with their movements, Animatronic I'm most excited to see, Mangle. I freaking love the Mangle, man. Mangle's my favorite FNAF character. I love them. And I cannot wait to see. If they don't have the Mangle crawling on the ceiling, crawling on the wall, a 0 out of 10 movie. I'm not joking. Complete waste of the Mangle. I will write a very strong letter to Blumhouse Productions. Withered Bond is going to be sick. I think, obviously, the people, or the characters people are most excited to see are the Withereds. Excuse me. The OG trailer with Withered Bonnie's reveal scene. I know what you're talking about. I hope, because that's a really cool scene. Let's pull it up. Jamie, pull up the FNAF 2 trailer. Which, by the way, this trailer tomorrow turns 10 years old. This FNAF 2 game trailer is 10 years old tomorrow. So when you see the tweet by me tomorrow that says the trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and you just read that before reading the rest of the caption, don't get too excited because I'm just talking about this trailer. Because I usually like to tweet about the anniversaries of trailers and games. So there's going to be a tweet tomorrow that's like, the trailer for Five Nights at Freddy's 2 turns 10 years old. So when you see that, don't get too excited because it's not the movie trailer. Yeah, chat, we are old. This is 10 years old. Let's play it. I unfortunately can't put on the audio because it's copyrighted, but oh my gosh. I use it all the time in my movie news videos just because it's such an incredible trailer. Come on, phone guy, quit yapping. There's parts in service, man. Who do I want to voice Torchica? I mean, ideally, it's Amber, because that's Torchica's voice actress in the games, and I don't think anyone else has voice acted Torchica besides Amber. Yeah, Freddy in Space 3 turned 1 year old the other day. That was the same day we got the poster for the movie. Did I see the leaked FNAF 2 renders? I did see those. And it's cool, but I also I find it weird how people find those. Like, why are you just looking through Scott's like copyright lawsuits? You know, like, I don't know. It's a weird way to find those things. It's cool to see like the full renders of the characters, but I think the way people find that stuff is just a wee bit concerning. But yeah, like these panning shots of the characters, I feel like they got to do something at least similar for the trailer for the film, because they just go so hard, man. They just go so insanely hard. You won't get tired of my voice, will you? Amber Lee Connors, yes. I was blanking on her full name, but I remembered it was Amber. We had Cullen voice Foxy in the movie. I forgot about that. I forgot Cullen voice Foxy. What is this music playing? Inverse World Glitch. No, thank you. Give me Fazbear Hills. There we go. Yeah, I guess they did do that, but also I think it's just because Kellen's such a iconic FNAF voice actor, you know? No, it was, the leaked renders, I should have specified, were for the games, the FNAF 2 game, like their custom night screens. Someone was able to find their, the full version of those renders in, like, a lawsuit Scott filed against some bootleg company. And he was like, these are the full looks at the animatronics. And it was like Withered Chica, Withered Foxy, the puppet. But no, it's not for the movie. Sorry if I confused you. I wonder if they're going to end with this Foxy jump scare. Foxy has absolutely got to do this jump scare in the movie, right? What do we think? Let me get to it. It might be hard to pull off, but it's such an iconic part of FNAF 2, man. Freedom. I've never noticed how goofy this looks, but it's so cool. He's got to do it. Watch you since 2021. What the hell? Thank you so much. That is insane. It's hard to believe how long I've been doing FNAF news, man. I mean, I started in 2017. But, thank you for sticking around. That's insane. Hugh Jackman can do it? Oh my gosh, the edit someone made of Hugh Jackman jumping through the car. Yes. If you can do it, so can Foxy. So can Foxy. FNAF 2. Parts and service. I really hope they're, like, looking through the cameras in FNAF 2 as well. Like, that's gonna be so cool. If they actually look through the cameras. I wonder how they're gonna wind up the music box. You know? You don't gotta spam me for the Markiplier reference. You can just say, hello, my name is Markiplier. Because if you spam me, you know what spamming means. You're going to get timed out by me. And you're not going to wake up. Just kidding, you'll wake up. It'll be like 5 minutes later. Freddie Fazington. Yeah, so like I said, I'd imagine we're not going to get any new posters or looks at the characters for till at least the start of the next year. You know, when filming ends. Maybe. Wait, filming ends the end of January. The month after January is February. For Valentine's Day, they reveal Toy Chica. Yo. Plumhouse, Universal. That's what you do. If they actually did that, that'd be insane. They won't. But if they did. Oh, if they did. What horror movies have I been watching this Halloween? Yesterday, I saw Smile 2, and I loved that. Smile 2 was... Those Smile films, way too good. Like, for their premise of like, oh, you know, someone takes over your body and they make you smile for a week. And then you haunt someone else, and then they smile. For such a silly premise, those movies do not have to be nearly as good as they are. Smile 2 is absolutely insane. I love that movie. I still need to see Terrifier 3. I've heard insane things about it. But, yeah, that is on my list of Halloween movies to see. But as of right now, I haven't really been watching many Halloween films outside of those. I saw Beetlejuice, but that came out in September. That was fun. I liked that. Unfortunately, I saw Joker 2. Wasn't a big fan of Joker 2. I might rewatch like Nightmare Before Christmas, Saw. Longlegs has come back to theaters. Okay, I kind of like that movie. Right now, I'm just looking at Regal to see what they're playing. What will the layout of the pizzeria look like? I'd imagine it's going to be similar to the game. The first movie was similar to the FNAF 1 layout, but obviously a bit different. Springtrap's not here, folks. Sorry to spoil the poop on the party, I guess. This is not Springtrap. It's just the reflection of the ear. I want to see William turning into Springtrap. He always comes back. Well, watch the first movie. Or just go on YouTube, because they uploaded that clip. What if FNAF 2 bombs like Joker 2 did? I don't think that's going to happen. I think Joker 2 bombed for a reason. Very specific reason. That I don't think, at least I hope, FNAF 2 doesn't have as well. And that's the fact that it just, like, completely trashed on the first, like, material of it. From all three games, I'm trying to remember the layout. I guess. I mean, it was just made a bit more realistic, you know? Like, it had a separate room for an arcade, it had a slide, a jungle gym, a ball pit that surely someone went through and time traveled through. Office has to be identical. Yes. I'd imagine... I mean, yeah, it's too iconic not to. FNAF 2 is probably... Ooh, is it the most iconic office? I don't know. FNAF 1's iconic. FNAF 2 is, like, crazy, though, you know? With the big hallway, the big long hallway. They're obviously going to have that, because you got to have Withered Foxy standing at the end of it at one point. They got to have the two vents to the side. I wonder how big they're going to make them. Because the animatronics do have to fit through them. I don't want, like... I get the cupcake. It was the only one who could fit in the vents in the first movie. I don't want that nonsense for the second film. I need the vents to be big enough that the withers can crawl through, like in the games. Yeah, there's nothing hidden in the shadows, by the way. I've seen a few people over the stream talk about brightening up this image. There's nothing there. There's nothing. I promise you. FNAF 2 Office is goated. I feel like they can't change it that much. see people taking the photo. That's how a lot of people, this might be like a camera flash or something. But I also think, obviously, this is the real life animatronic. Jim Henson's confirmed. This is the animatronic, right? But I think they absolutely touched it up in like Photoshop or something to make him a bit more glossy. Yeah. But, I mean, it is insane that this is the animatronic. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I can't wait. I'm so upset that it's a year away because I want to just watch it right now. I want to see all the characters right now. Why Toy Freddy's eyes are blue? Aren't they blue? Toy Freddo. I guess I can just look it up here. Toy Freddy. Yeah, his eyes are blue. I'd imagine at one point they will take out his eyes. So he has like those solid black eyes with the white pupils. But I imagine, like I said earlier, I think what they're going to do is for these toy animatronics, they're going to be friendly for like the start of the film. Maybe like halfway, they'll turn evil. I think William will like hijack their programming, like their facial recognition, so that they target Mike and Abby and Vanessa. And then that's when Toy Freddy takes out his eyes, Toy Chica takes off her beak and takes out her eyes. Toy Bonnie's just there, I guess. He doesn't change. And I think that's when they're going to turn into their evil forms. Oh, yeah, the eyelids. They changed his eyelid to blue. I don't know why. But personally, I think it looks fine. Like I said earlier, I'm not like, how dare they, you know? It's not supposed to be blue! He looks fine to me. But I can see a few people being put off by that just because that's not what he looks like. The light is so bright. No, I think they're just straight up blue. Right? Because what are they normally? Brown? Just the color of his fur? Or his body, his face? Oh, yeah. They're like a dark orange. I think they... I don't know. I guess they just felt like making them blue. Hope Toys will have some great kills. If they're going with, like, slasher logic, ideally, the second movie does have more kills than the first movie. Ideally. But we'll have to wait and see. Because I also wonder, so for the first movie, to get the kills, they brought in the Wrecking Crew. Who are they going to kill the second time? They're not going to have more people be like, oh yeah, let's go trash up the pizzeria, right? Surely not. So I wonder how they're gonna do that. Maybe at this point, Mike has made a few friends. You know, again, maybe it's like a year or two in the future. He's made a few friends. He's like, hey, you want to go check out Freddy's? I don't think he'll do that, so... I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, the 3-hour runtime was something. It's just lighting. Is it? It looks really blue. Let me get a zoom in. Maybe it's like the glow from his eyes? But it looks blue. It looks really blue. I feel like even if it was dark orange or dark brown, like his actual eyelid color, I feel like it shouldn't be glowing that much blue, you know? But also, like, the eyelashes look blue, so maybe it is just lighting. I don't know. We'll see. It does really look blue. Let's hope Carl doesn't fly around eating people. I wonder how much they're going to make Carl do this time around. I was watching the movie spots back, and it's so funny. They had, like, introduction videos for each of the characters, with Vanessa going, like, have you met Freddy? Or have you met Chica? And I forgot they had one for the cupcake, so it's just Vanessa going, have you met Cupcake? And it's like, it's so out of place. I mean, I'm fine, you know. I like the Cupcake. Give him the recognition he deserves. But to have his own trailer spot and to splice together Vanessa going, "Have you met Cupcake?" He did turn out to be one of the biggest threats in the film, but it's just a really funny line, man. The red eyes? I don't know. Because if you remember, they did edit the poster to remove the red eyes for the first movie. I'm sure we all remember at this point. The original poster, let me pull it up, had the red eyes, but then they changed it. Where can I find FNAF poster DVD? They removed the red eyes in future posters. Oh, this is a really tiny image. I apologize. So this is what it originally looked like. And then everyone was like, they look weird. And then they changed it. So I think, I mean, it still looks like Chica has red eyes, even though they're supposed to be magenta. I think they will not go with red eyes. Despite the fact that, I mean, it did kind of make sense in the movie. When everyone was getting upset about the red eyes, Blumhouse was like, no, it makes sense in the movie. It makes sense why their eyes change color. And it's like, okay, they just got mad at William Afton when he was getting spring-locked. And that's why they changed red. But I think they learned some criticism from the red eyes, and I think they're just going to go with the classic eye color. I think they're just going to go with the eye color for the characters. I personally didn't care all too much about the red eyes. I understand why they made them red. I don't think it was like a massive deal from either sides, really. I think the community was freaking out too much because very clearly they weren't going to be red the whole time. I think Blumhouse didn't really have to go through and change the posters, but I understand why they did it because they got so much negative attention because of it. But I think at the end of the day, they've learned their mistakes. They're going to go with the classic regular eyes, but then also the black eyes, like someone just mentioned in chat. Toy Freddy, black eyes. I've said this many times now. I think once they go evil, we're gonna get this. Solid black eyes, mouth agape. Looking at Mike. Let's get Chica up here as well. I'm sure everyone wants to look at Chica. Toy Chica. Oh no! I can see why Chris from 3C Films made that mistake. God bless his soul. Here's Chica, yeah. She's going to remove her beak. She's going to remove her eyes. She's going to be creepy. All that stuff. I'm excited. Really, really excited. The reason why the red eyes is because they were possessed. I mean, they only turned red, as far as I can recall, during the Springlock scene, when he was getting Springlocked. What you saw? I don't know. I did a bit where I looked up just Toy Chica. Don't look at the reflection of my glasses, folks, but... Okay. Duly noted. Saving that tab for later. We love Chris from 3C. I love Chris. He's great. It was really funny. I watched his live stream of him going... I mean, I watch all his live streams, but particularly when there's FNAF news, I like to watch his streams because I like Chris, and I want to know his thoughts on FNAF. And when the poster for this FNAF 2 got revealed, he was like, oh yeah, you know, talking about the poster, and then he was like, I think JonnyBlox also showed, like has all the behind-the-scenes, like, anniversary images. So he went to my Twitter, and he started scrolling through the media tab, and he was like, oh, Johnny posts a lot, and he, like, couldn't scroll far enough back to August when the anniversary images came out, so he just gave up. It was like, Johnny, you post way too much, man. And I'm watching it back, and I'm like, dude, I'm so sorry. I love Chris. He's great, man. Opinion on Subnautica 2? I've not seen the trailer. I like the original Subnautica. I've not thought about Subnautica in years, though. But Subnautica 2 could be interesting. Maybe I'll check it out. 3C an inspiration for your content? Definitely the thumbnails. I remember. I get that a lot. So many times in my comments, like, you just copy 3C Films as thumbnails. And I've done the research. We started doing that, like, the split at the exact same time. So I'm sure I probably saw him do it, and I'm like, that could work well for FNAF. And at this point, we just both do it. But yeah, no, man, Chris is great. He's like my go-to for movie news, for reviews of movies. He's great. I look up to him a lot. Sort of off topic, which of these 3 cryptids would you rather be able to domesticate and keep as pet? A chupacabra, jackalope, or cactus cat? I don't know what any of that is. I'll probably just stick to my dogs and my cat. FNAF 4 movie? Not that we've heard. Right now, it just seems like we're at 3. Matthew is signed on for 3 films. It seems like Blumhouse is already starting pre-production on 3, which is likely just early script writing. So it seems like they're going for 3 right now. And then, like I mentioned earlier, my theory is that these movies are going to do so good, they greenlight a second trilogy. And that is like the sister location, pizzeria simulator-esque. I don't think they're going to follow it super close to the games, because then they get a bit out there with some of their lore and plot. But I think they're going to bring in the fun times. I think they're going to bring in, the burning of all the restaurants and the burning of William Afton. And then in between those films, in between those trilogies, and probably after as well, there'll be some spin-offs for FNAF 4, Fazbear Frights, maybe Security Breach. I'm starting to lose my voice now. Their new picture of the toys? Just this one. Just this one so far. Though, of course, we did have... I'll go back to it. Where is it? We did have all of the anniversary behind-the-scenes construction. And then we have these as well, the concept art. Here's Bonnie. He looks so good. He looks so good. Toy Freddy, this is Mangle. I'm really losing my voice, damn. Wizards. Withered Bonnie. And a bit more toy Bonnie right there. Did I skip over it? Yeah, here's Withered Fox and sweet old Toy Chica. Oh. There's fan art. Look at Deducer. I don't want to. I try as much as I can, even if it gets repetitive, seeing like the same poster or, behind the scenes image of FNAF 2. I try to stick to posting all the official stuff, because I don't like posting like fan-made renders or art, because then I think that tricks some people into thinking that that stuff is official. But there's Withered Bonnie concept art. Where'd I show it off? Oops. Was it not here? Here it is. Concept art for Freddy. You can see his sweet toes, sweet succulent tootsies right there. Withered Foxy and a bit of Withered Bonnie right there. Yeah, Scott did also say he doesn't want to blow out the market too much, because I think, burnout right now is a big thing for media franchises, specifically Marvel. So I think he's seen that, and he's like, oh, I don't want to do that with FNAF, even though I feel like FNAF is absolutely big enough for, those types of universes where you got movies going on, and then shows that kind of fill in some of the blanks. Like, again, early Fred Barrett stuff could be a show, Fazbear Frights could be a show, but then again, you start to get into the territory of like, all right, so we got a Fazbear Frights show, but then we also have these movies. Like, are those connected universes? Is Fazbear Frights like an alternate universe? You never know. So, yeah, I absolutely understand him saying, I don't want to flood the market too much. But I do think we're going to get more movies, more shows. Yeah, Scott said, once filming begins, keep in mind this is back in September, so when he says next month, that is this month. Filming for the new movie starts in October. I'll be sure to get pictures and share it with everyone. This is from Scott. This was on John FNAF's charity live stream. So once filming begins 1 week from today, 1 week from today, on the 27th of October, that's when filming begins, and that is when, presumably, Scott's going to show some behind the scenes for the filming. likely on the Scott Games Twitter account. If you're not already following that, I'd highly recommend it. And then, yeah, should be good. Should be good. Have I heard Blumhouse is teaming up with AI? I did see that, unfortunately. Really, really disappointed by that news. Especially because their biggest film, Fnaf, had so much incredible practical effects. You know, they've been shouting out, or Jason specifically, has been shouting out a bunch of other horror films right now that also use a lot of practical effects. So, yeah. And I did also see an interview. Someone asked him at New York Comic Con, like, why he's doing that, and his reasoning was, like, AI's here to stay. You know, I really want to understand it. That's why we're doing this. You know, if someone comes to me with a proposition like, can I use AI for this? Can I use AI for, you know, what can I not use it for? What can I use it for? I want to be able to give them an answer, and also give artists the tools to, you know, escalate their creative process. I feel like there are so many better ways to go about learning about AI than creating, you know, short films with it. But I mean, it's unfortunately just like where the industry's at right now. Like I said, I'm really disappointed by the news, and I really hope the pushback from them doing that gets it into their head. Hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing this, but whatever. It's just disappointing because, like I said, their biggest film, Fnaf, you know, it's like their most popular film, highest grossing film, is all about practical effects. Isn't Megan also criticism against AI? Pretty much, yeah. So, I don't know. And they also just released a terrible film called Afraid, by the way. I'm going to talk about it. Terrible film called Afraid. All about, once again, the horrors of AI. The horrors of you know, like, deepfake technology. And here they are! It's so stupid, man. Yeah, at least they won't use AI for the movies. I hope they won't. I mean, Scott himself, we've heard Scott say he's very against AI in FNAF projects, because he did take down that one FNAF fan game that used AI to, like, replicate or filter his voice onto it. So I think if, like, Universal or Blumhouse comes to Scott and he's like, hey, we're going to use AI for this in the films, I pray Scott puts his foot down. I did like Help Wanted 2. I went to go replay it the other day, but there was a spider in my headset, so I said nope, and I didn't replay it. FNAF Help Wanted 3? I'm just waiting on Help Wanted 2 DLC. I'm shocked we haven't gotten that announcement yet. I think they'll do DLC before Help Wanted 3, but you never know at this point. Heard they used a bit of AI and CGI for Spring Bonnie, which wasn't real. I think you're thinking of CGI. I don't recall there ever being AI in the first movie. But also, it's a thing where it's like, you know, I'm sure plenty of you guys have seen with movies like Spider-Verse, where they use AI to, you know, faster do what VFX artists already do. And it's like, I feel, to a degree, that can be helpful. And I feel like AI, if used for films, should be used to accelerate the process that, like, VFX artists do in the case of, like, Spider-Verse. But in terms of, like, making full short-term films, I can't get behind that, man. No DLC for Help 1 and 2, instead just Secret of the Mimic. Yeah, I'm still holding out hope that we will get DLC. I mean, we heard in John's interview with Jason, it seemed like back then, you know, the way Jason talked about potential DLC or future Help 1 and 2 content, it seemed like they had enough for DLC. And I thought that's what their anniversary reveal was going to be, but it turned out to be Secret of the Mimic, which I'm not complaining about. I just was expecting something different. And I still kind of hope we get it. Kind of lost hope about how I wanted to DLC. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, I want DLC. I'd like some. And again, the way Jason talked about it in John's interview, he was like, "Oh yeah, we might revisit like Monty Golf." And he also said that there were a few other minigames that were on the chopping block that eventually couldn't make the final cut, but they still had like planned out or something. How do I think they're going to do Springtrap in the third movie, full animatronic like Foxy Golden Freddy, or Matthew Lillard in a green suit with a spring bunny suit on? I'd imagine they're probably going to have him in a suit. I don't think they're going to do full animatronic. I'd imagine they're still going to have Matthew Lillard. But I think they're going to just put a lot of prosthetic on him to make him look like burnt and decayed and stuff. Scott did say there is something. Yeah, he did say after Secret of the Mimic there is still something, which could be a VR game. But also the way he talked about it, it seemed like it was a pretty big deal. So I don't reckon that would be DLC. If anything, I think it's a new game entirely that's in like early planning stages. I'd imagine Secret of the Mimic is going to set up that game, which might be Carnival. It's entirely possible Secret of the Mimic is the Carnival game, and Carnival is just a code name. But who knows? But Steelwool is cooking nonetheless. Do I think we'll lose Abby in the second film? Just have a theory it'd be a great play and sad scene. Max Revenge for FNAF 3. It would be. I really don't know is the thing. Because I think on one hand, you're right. It would be an incredible motive for Mike, for his encounter with Springtrap in FNAF 3. However, like I said earlier, I feel like Mike has already lost so much. He's already lost so much. His entire family. You know, dad, mom, Garrett. Abby's the only thing he has left. And I just don't know how far they're going to take his tragedy of losing all his family. So I don't think she's going to die. I think the person to die is, I think it's going to be Vanessa, which I really hate. Ideally, no one dies. Ideally, I'd like no one to die, actually. I'd like no one to die. He can lose more. Technically, yes. I mean, he can lose Abby. He can lose, Vanessa, I guess. Because they're friends. But, I mean, besides those two, he's got Jeremiah. he's there. Yes, that is official concept art. Sorry, I realized I had that on screen. This is official concept art for the Withers. I like Vanessa too, but also I feel like, I don't know. I feel like Mike and Abby are too connected. I feel like Vanessa's already gone through her reveal. I don't think she's gone through a full character, like what's it called? Not cycle, like circle or whatever. Character development. I don't think she's done that yet, but she might do that by the second film, you know. Will they change the design of Toichika? I hope not. She's perfect. If Toy Freddy play Five Nights with Mr. Hugs. Maybe. Maybe. Vanessa's character is too bland, in my opinion. That's also why I think they might kill her off, is because reception to her character, unfortunately, hasn't been the best. Which, again, really, really upsetting. Because I think there is potential with her character, but I feel like the way they went about writing it and portraying it, not Elizabeth Lale, but like the screenplay. I feel like it wasn't conveyed all that well in the first movie, so I don't know. I think the tagline's just marketing. It very well could be. It very well could be. But I feel like there'll be no second chances is so definitive, you know? Like, taglines usually have a very specific meaning. Yes, I'm positive that this is official. Look, it's in the background of, where was it in the background of? God, this guy doesn't stop yapping. Just show the, it's right there. Oh, sorry, my face cam was blocking it. This was the anniversary images we got from Scott and Jim Henson's. In the background over here, you can see, Withered Foxy. These are official. You've told a lot of Vanessa's story in the first movie. I'd love to see more Afton, of course. Yeah, what I think they will do, I think it'll be like a Black Widow situation, where Vanessa will die, but there will be, eventually, hopefully, at least, like a spin-off movie or some other development in a future show or film where it shows the earlier years of the Afton family, you know, around Fredbear's, where you've got Henry, William starting out Fredbear's. You got Vanessa there as well. You can touch into a bit of her backstory with her father, because very clearly there's a lot there. So I hope they do that. A lot of Springtrap Afton. I feel like what we will get Springtrap. Or not like Springtrap. We'll get the Yellow Rabbit a bit more. I think we'll see him. He might be like a post-credit maybe, where it's him maybe getting discovered in the back room. But I think the main thing we'll get out of Matthew are flashback scenes of him. See, if we go with like a origin film of Fredbear's, you can't really do many flashbacks in this film, because you want to save those. But I think most we'll get is flashbacks. I feel like I kind of want them to take a step back from Springtrap and save all that for the third film. Just give us a bit more William himself, you know? Am I shining in the light? Look at my forehead, man. That's awkward. Yeah, Kellen did voice Foxy. That's interesting. Like I said earlier, I don't think they're going to have the characters talk. I think there's going to be another song, much like Talking in Your Sleep, where they just sing repeatedly back and forth forever and ever in the film. But I would like, I've always said this, I'd like for like voice actors in the Fnaf franchise to have some cameos. Like I kind of hope Heather Masters has a cameo. Andy Field. Kellen Goff had one voicing Foxy. But, you know, like all the classic FNAF voice actors, I really hope they have some sort of cameo, you know? Because, and no disrespect to them when I say this, they're not as recognizable of a face or a voice, I'd say, as, like, you know, Matt Pat showing up. I think some keen-eyed fans would be able to tell, oh, that sounds like Heather, or that sounds like Andy. But I feel like it wouldn't take away from the immersion of the film as seeing, like, Matt Pat show up, you know? Again, I hope that doesn't come across as rude, because I love all the voice actors. Mike Nessa? I thought Schmelly was the shift name people went with. I like Schmelly a lot. I like the sound of Schmelly. I don't know if it's gonna be canon. I mean, that really comes down to if Mike turns out to be related to William, which personally I don't think he is. I really don't think he is, because we've seen his father. They've already done a twist reveal of Vanessa being related to William. I really feel like they wouldn't do something similar like that again. But if they end up like together as a couple, I have no idea. To me, it seems a bit out of character for Mike. He doesn't strike me as like the someone who would have a functioning relationship. Let's keep it a stack, folks. But I don't know. I mean, you never know. I'm not against the idea, but also at the same time, I'm not like dying for it, you know? What if Mike's father is a stepfather? Again, that's a possibility, but they've already done a Luke, I am your father situation reveal where Vanessa is the daughter of William. So I feel like having another, like, oh, I'm the son of, you know, whatever. I don't know. They've already done it. I kind of don't want them to do it again. Schmelly. That's what I see all the time on Twitter. I don't know what to tell you. I didn't come up with the name. But it sounds funny, so I like it. Another bite in this film? I think they're going to keep teasing bites. Actually, never mind. It's a FNAF 2 movie. They can show the bite of 87. Yeah, we're going to get the bite. It's not going to be the Fredbear bite. How sick would it be if we figure out the bite of 87 culprit in the film? That'd be insane. I think they're going to do that. I hope they do that. That'd be insane. Big name celebrities? I doubt it. They need to save their budget as much as they can for these characters because they're doing so many. They just cannot afford to have any big, like, A-list celebrities. As funny as it would be to have, like, Jack Black. I am Freddy. Or I am Jeremy. They gotta save the budget as much as they can. Animatronic Balloon Boy? Maybe. Maybe. I don't think I have a Balloon Boy image in this video, but they had a little figurine of him in the first film. Best case scenario, or like at the very least, I think they're going to bring back the action figure, but it would be really, really sick to have a Balloon Boy animatronic. I am Henry. I can't do his... There's something about Jack Black and that line delivery that no one else can do. I am Henry. Yeah, the suit performers, they're coming back. Kevin. Oh my gosh. What's his name? I feel bad. Again, I try my hardest to remember the names of cast and crew for the films. But there's so many people working on the movie. Yeah, I believe they're coming back because Freddy's suit performer is like, yeah, guys, I'm playing FNAF 2, getting ready for the movie. Which is cool to see. Cool to hear that. Kevin Foster, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Kevin Foster had like a TikToker or something. He's like, I'm playing FNAF 2, getting ready for the movie. Which, I'm happy they're coming back. From what I've heard, I think they're going to do a bit better job this time as moving as actual robots. But we'll have to wait and see. Who will be Jeremy? I don't know. I've seen some theories that Jeremiah, Mike's friend at the beginning of the movie, who was like talking about the Dream Theory journal with him. Some people think he's Jeremy. I'd like that. I think that'd be cool. It would be really funny if he walks up to the FNAF 2 location and he's like, oh, what knuckle job would take this night guard position? And he opens the door, it's his friend. That'd be sick. Bigger budget? Almost definitely they have a bigger budget. Just because they have to make so many more characters, you know? What if Scott plays Henry? I hope Scott has some cameo as phone guy. That was something absolutely missing in the first movie. I mean, obviously, you had Matthew Lillard's Steve Raglan kind of take on the role of, as the phone guy, introducing Mike to, like, the pizzeria, the backstory, all that stuff, the characters. But I feel like we got to get a Scott cameo in there somewhere. Would that be a race swap? Do we know the race of Jeremy? Not that it matters super much. Plus, it'd be great to have, a person of color in a pretty prominent role like that in the film. Jeremy. I don't think we've ever seen Jeremy. Fitzgerald? I think it's just the, I went to the wiki and his image is just like the FNAF 2 mask. Yeah, I don't think we've seen him. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Markiplier. It'd be really funny if Mark was Jeremy. They gotta have Mark in there somewhere. Obviously, I mean, it seems like everyone's down. Seems like Mark's down. Seems like Scott's down. The fans are absolutely down to have Mark as in the film. Torture Freddy in FNAF 2? Like the mask with all the razor blades? Probably in like a back room. Probably in like parts and service. I don't think that, someone's going to get strapped in the chair again and get shredded by Freddy. I think they've already used that. Poster's insane, yeah. Toy Freddy! Toy Freddy! What if Mark's the bite victim? I don't know. You gotta have a kid as the bite victim. Is Corey coming back? It's not confirmed. I have no idea. But it'd be awesome. Jason did say, just as a... We took a look at it at the start of the stream, but I'll pull it up because we've had surely a lot of more people join since then. Jason did talk about how they've brought back, like, the full original cast.
The sequel to Freddy's is Scott was played the same role in the second movie that he did in the first movie, but now Scott really is like totally gets the movie business. So it's even more of his vision, and it's going to be amazing. I mean,
how do you follow that up?
We start shooting the movie in a week.
Such a good,
only Scott Cawthon could follow it up, and he did. And Emma and the cast. We've got all the original cast back, and our director.
Boom, all the original cast back, which, how far does original cast stretch? Obviously, Piper, Josh, Matthew. That's not the first time I've done that. I've been recording FNAF News videos, and I'll start listing the actors and actresses, and I'll be like, oh yeah, you got Piper, you got William. It's like, but yeah, how far the original cast goes, you don't know. Do they have Matt Pat back as Ness? Do they have Corey back as the cab driver? Do they have, I'm not going to look up her name. I'm not even going to say who I'm thinking of. Kimberly. Oh. No, Kimberly. Damn it. Chat, who plays Kimberly again? I feel so bad, man. This is why I like having my structured news videos, because then if I forget their name in the news, I can just stop recording for a little bit, look up their name, and be like, oh yeah, this person. Let's see, movie credits. I'm gonna get there before anyone else in chat does. Bailey Winston. Is Bailey Winston coming back to play Kim? Hank's not alive. Hank's not alive. The Wrecking Crew are not alive. Hank, Carl, Max, Jeff, they're not alive. But will they come back as ghosts to haunt the spirits that they've possessed? Because if you remember, Max got stuffed into Shadow Freddy. Hank got stuffed into Sparky. I believe Carl got stuffed. I don't know if Carl got stuffed, actually. But, are they... My prediction is that they're coming back as hallucinations. I think they're coming back as hallucinations, where Mike sees all the dead people from the first movie. And instead of, like, dream sequences, he shows, it shows all the dead people now possessing the suits. Because how sick would that be, man? And then also, if he's already having hallucinations, that can lead into the Golden Freddy head appearing at the end of the hallway. That can lead into the Shadow animatronics, like Shadow Bonnie showing up at the office, JJ under the table, the paper plate in the office. You know, that can explain all of these weird Easter eggs and secret characters from the game being brought into the movie. And Doug as well. Gosh, who could forget about Doug? He's got to come back. You know, Aunt Jane's alive. She's gonna be like, I was almost killed by this big yellow bear. And then everyone's like, oh, yellow bear, that's his name in the files. And then Doug can show up and he'll be like, I still don't think I'm supposed to be here. You know? Followed by thunderous applause, because Doug's back, baby. Everyone's favorite Doug. Newton Brothers, they did make the original soundtrack for the first movie. They are reusing their theme song for the first movie for the second film. I do not know if they're coming back to compose the score again. I'd assume so, because they did such a phenomenal job the first time. People love their soundtrack. It'd be great to have them back, but I don't think it's confirmed right now. Sorry, I'm over here dying. Was she killed by Golden Freddy? We don't really know. We saw her lying on the ground, but then also, you never know, you know, like, she could have just been napping. Maybe Golden Freddy just hit her over the head really hard and she fell to the ground and she's taking a snooze, you know? We don't know if she's dead. The bite victim survived. That would not happen if the victim was a kid. Sure, man. You know what? You're right. Yep. Expecting a trailer this November? Oh, I forgot about that. No. I'm not expecting a trailer. I can see them doing another poster, actually. Or just some more, like, behind the scenes of the filming process. But also, the anniversary of Fnaf is only a month into filming the movie. And they still have 2 more months of filming after that. So, you know, not nearly enough for a trailer or a teaser trailer or anything like that. But I can see them doing, most likely, just some behind-the-scenes photos of the filming process, you know. Do I think the toys will help Mike and Abby? For the first half, yes. I think they're going to be at least friendly towards them. But then my prediction is William will, like, hack into their facial recognition and turn them against Mike and Abby. That's my prediction. Which analog horror is scarier, Mandela Effect or The Man in the Suit? I have not seen either of those. I apologize. I am not able to answer some of the questions you've been typing, Cyberkid. Trailer in August? Yeah. Yeah. August seems perfect. Hello, Fred. The novel says that she survives. I did not know that. Fascinating. Interesting. All right. Well, yeah. Seems like she's going to be coming back. I'd assume Doug will be there as well, just serving as her lawyer. We will be getting 2 trailers. That's usually how trailers work. There's an official trailer and then a trailer 2. And then obviously some movie spots and promos and images and oof, it's a lot. I remember from the first movie's build up, it was a whole lot. But also, you got to keep in mind of what movies will the trailer play in front of, you know? You can't really have, like, if the big movie coming out in August is like a, you know, rated R, you know, like, completely doesn't suit the audience that would like FNAF 2, they won't release it in front of that movie. So, also, it's worth checking out, like, the 2025 slate of films and seeing, okay, well, this is also kind of like a PG-13, like, you know, adolescent film that's going to do well, they'll likely advertise it in front of that. Or this is also another Universal film, they'll likely advertise it in front of that. I remember for the first movie, they showed it off, the teaser trailer, at least I believe, was shown in front of Fast 10, Fast X, which was another Universal property. Will Toy Chica turn into William for the second movie? You'd have to ask Dawko. He would know. Oh, it implies that she survives? Okay. I mean, yeah, I think she'll come back. Probably not for the whole film like she was the first time, but she'll come back almost only because of Doug. Like, you know. What if the puppet is shown giving the characters life? They might do that for like the opening like 8-bit credit sequence. Any other YouTubers returning for the from the first film or some new ones to join besides Mark? Nothing confirmed. I imagine they'll do a similar thing where they'll have some Easter eggs for YouTubers. I think it'll just be the same YouTubers, though. I think they'll throw in John in there. Maybe some, like, ID, Hyperdroid, Rytoast, you know, the theorists. Because they're pretty popular. But I also, some of them don't show their face. So maybe that might be hard. Chicken nuggets. Thank you, Kevin, for the incredible input. What about Remnant? I don't think they're going to add Remnant to this. I'm not too sure if they're going to add Remnant to the FNAF films. If they do, I feel like they're going to save it for the fourth movie, where they're like, oh, how did Springtrap survive? I don't know if this is how it works in the games. Frankly, I don't care. But they'll be like, oh, how did William survive the fire of 3? Oh, it's because Agony or Remnant or what have you. If you could have any FNAF YouTubers visit the FNAF 2 filming, who would you do? I think Fusion. Fusion would be nice. I think mainly it's just going to be those other 4 people. Dawko, Ryan, Baz, and Raz. It seems like those are like the main 4 FNAF guys. But Fusion would be cool. I think John's going to go, if it happens. And again, I don't know anything. These are my predictions. But I'd imagine they're going to keep the group relatively the same and also still relatively small. But like I said, I'd imagine they're going to have a bit more YouTuber cameos in the form of pictures again. Hopefully nothing that's too in your face. Corey and Matt were fine just because they were just 2 people. But I kind of hope it stays that way, where it's only 1 or 2 like on-screen faces, actors. And they've already got Mark. Again, if schedules align. So then they got 1 more. When do you think trailer comes out? Teaser trailer? No idea. Maybe March. Maybe March or April. And then trailer 1, August. Trailer 2, October, November. But also, I mean, that's a very broad span. It seems like they have a lot of post-production to do, so it could be later than that. Hex plushies in the background? Almost definitely. Yeah, they're going to throw a lot more merchandise in there for the prize counter. We're going to see Hex plushies probably, some Funko plushies. Seems like a given. New Springtrap U2s looks fire. That's got to be up there with like their best U2's FNAF figure ever. It looks so good. That's an S tier figure. Yeah, I can see the trailer coming out for, I mean, the anniversary, quite frankly. I feel like that's a perfect time. Why not? Bom, 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 bom. Do I think it'll still be good despite Avatar 3 coming out a few weeks later? I don't know. That's the thing I'm really nervous about. I haven't looked into how I need to look into how other films performed around Avatar 2 specifically. But I have no idea. Part of me kind of hopes it gets either delayed or pushed up or something, but I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be fine, but we'll have to wait and see. Expectations on 5 laps. My expectations are... I don't know. My predictions and expectations a little bit different. Like I said earlier on the stream, I'm working on my predictions for next year, for 2025 for FNAF, and one of my predictions is that 5 laps gets delayed to next year, to 2026. That's one of my predictions, and quite frankly, it's what I really hope happens. Because if it still releases in 2025, I'll tell you right now, my expectations are that it's unfortunately still a buggy game, and its online multiplayer is lacking if, you know, if it's even there. It could be non-existent. Did I know that Ozone's doing a blind reaction to Gravity Falls? He's been a couple years late to that, I think. But I hope he's enjoying it, man. I loved Gravity Falls. Avatar's only massive in international markets. I mean, let me look up. What did Avatar Water make in the U.S.? U.S. box office. Oh, that is interesting. 684 million. And globally, it has 2.3 billion. I feel like FNAF should be fine then. 70% came from international sales. Yeah. Okay, thank you for bringing that up, because I feel like it's got a much better chance now. I'm not sure what FNAF made a... FNAF movie US box office. 137 million US. Okay, FNAF's about... Oh yeah, FNAF. Ooh, okay. Oh, interesting. All right, I'll crunch some numbers. And when the predictions video comes out, I'll have a bit more of a concrete prediction for how it's going to do up against a big movie like Avatar 3. But it's looking better with that news. So thank you, whoever brought that up. Will the movie trilogy be like the Silver Eyes? Not really. No, it's following the first 3 FNAF games. Alex, it was you who brought it up. Thank you. FNAF made more than Avatar 2 domestically. I've already forgotten the numbers. No, not even close. Avatar domestically had 684. And then FNAF had FNAF domestic box office. 137 million. So it will not beat Avatar 3. I'm telling you right now. But I mean, what other horror films are coming out in 2025? It might be the the highest grossing horror film of that year. Horror movies 2025. Let's see, what do we got? We got The Monkey, Winnie the Pooh 3. Oh, no competition, man. Conjuring, Screamboat, Bambi Reckoning, Saw 11, Black Phone 2, 28 Years. I mean, maybe it's crazy. I think it's going to be the highest grossing 2025. Oh, but it also does release early December, so it doesn't leave it much time in the year to become highest grossing. But I don't mind. My bets are that it will be. That'd be great. Baddest! Hello, Baddest. How are you doing? Wait, Quiet Place 3 does not come out there. What? Does it really? That's crazy. Drop Final Destination Bloodlines? It's about time, man. Been waiting on Final Destination. Okay, all these freaking childhood nightmare movies cannot all be in 2025. It's listing like 3. Thanksgiving 2? They're making a sequel to Thanksgiving? I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's right. Wait, it's going to be a good freaking year next year. It's going to be a good year for horror films. Mortal Kombat's not really my type of game. When do I think Pop Goes Evergreen will release? Beats me. I don't know. Maybe 2026. I hope. It doesn't seem like it'll be next year, but 2026, it seems likely. Hopefully, at least. I don't know. I'm just getting a little impatient with these Fanverse titles. I'm going to be honest. But I think it's really funny how the Fanverse games were once projects to hold us over until the next FNAF entries. But now, the next FNAF entries are holding us over until the Fanverse games, you know? No, whatever. I'm sure they're all going to be great when they release, but it's just taking a hot minute. If Emma doesn't return for FNAF 3, do you think they'll get Chris Columbus again? I don't think so. What has Chris been up to? Columbus, director. What has Chris been up to? Has he done anything recently? That's my question. He has. But not much, though. I think they're going to stick with Emma. I think they'll stick with Emma. Seems like they like her. Seems like she likes FNAF as well. Who wins in a fight against the other? Minion from Despicable Me or Bill Cipher? Bill Cipher. Man, what do you mean? Something note, we'll never know how the movie will do at the box office until they say the movie will be theatrical or dumped on Peacock. Yeah, I saw there were a few people that noticed on, I think it was Brazilian and Mexican Universal accounts. They were tweeting out FNAF 2 like exclusive to theaters. But also keep in mind, that's for those regions. Very likely, it releases on streaming day and date as well. Which, I mean, it worked out well for them last time. But also, I'm sure they're looking at that number and like thinking, oh man, if it only came out in theaters, how much more could it make? You know? Bill Cipher versus Cartoon Cat. I don't think I know what Cartoon Cat is, but I feel like Bill Cipher's going to win everything. It's Bill Cipher, man. We've been going for about 2 hours now, chat. Is there anything else you would like to talk about in terms of FNAF 2 movie? Or is that it? Because I feel like we're kind of coming up on the end of the stream, maybe. Let me pull up the teaser once again, wherever it went. Sister Location movie spinoff? I'm pretty confident in that. If not a spin-off, it'll be a part of the second trilogy, which I think is going to happen. Springtrap or Charlie from Hazbin Hotel? I've only seen the pilot of Hazbin Hotel, and I think, isn't Charlie just a demon? So I'm pretty sure Springtrap. Toy Chica? What do you guys want to talk about Toy Chica, huh? Huh? What? Do I think Scott will cameo? Probably not. As much as I'd like to. If he didn't do it the first time around, I don't see why he'd do it this time. No news on FNAF 4. Only FNAF 3 is, that's the furthest they've got planned, it seems like right now. London Bridge is falling down, part of the trailer. Maybe. I can see that being a music box in the movie. I think they might save that for the movie. They might have something else for the trailer. When's FNAF 64? If you're talking about Dawko's project, I have no idea. I've not heard... I mean, we've not heard anything about that for a while. I was talking with Lewis when he first announced it, and he had some estimated time of release for it, but I don't know if that's still happening. Well, it's not happening because it's in the past now, but yeah, I don't know. I'm hopefully more updates soon. That'd be exciting. Yeah, I think the Wizards will be full animatronics. Actually, I mean, I say that. We saw Withered Bonnie. It seems like they're getting Withered Bonnie ready for... oh, you didn't do full screen. Getting ready for a suit performer, right? They're measuring the head of someone. So, maybe some costumes here and there, which I'm shocked about because they're super exposed, you know? With all their endo parts showing out. Chances the movie takes place during Christmas? I'd like that. I like the idea. Like I said, even though it's releasing in December, it doesn't necessarily mean it takes place during December, the holiday season. But I feel like it'd be a nice switch up. A nice little wintry aesthetic to the film. That'd be cool. When you said it's just the beginning of FNAF franchise, Thrills and Horrors is just beginning. I said that? That sounds really cool. That doesn't sound like something I'd say. I'm usually just like, yeah, there's going to be more stuff coming. But if I said that, that does sound like documentary quote material. That's great. The Trevor Henderson mythos. I've heard that name. Is he the Siren Head guy? I mean, I'm sure he's done other stuff. Christmas Miracle. Purple Guy or just Springtrap? I think they're going to have a lot more of William than Springtrap in this movie. I really think and I really hope they're saving Springtrap himself, like actual Springtrap, for 3. He is? Okay. I'm out of loop on this kind of stuff. This kind of, you know, what the kids are into these days. I don't think the animatronics will speak. I think they're going to have, like I said, Talking in Your Sleep. Not that song. I'm sure they're going to have something different. But a song that they're constantly singing throughout the film. Merch? What merch? What kind of merchandise are we talking about? Just the proportions? I can see that. I guess you're right. But also, if it's just proportions, why would you need to mark where the eyes are? You know? A lot of flashbacks with William and young Vanessa. That'd be great. Sorry I keep shifting in my chair so much. I get uncomfortable. Yeah, that'd be great. Like I said, I think mainly for William or Matthew's involvement, we'll see flashbacks of him. But also, if they don't show it, then I really, really hope at some point we can get a spin-off movie or show that's the origin of William and Henry's relationship, starting off at Fredbear's, and also the backstory with young Vanessa and the relationship with her dad. New Hex merchandise. Nothing new from when we last spoke, I believe. We still got Security Breach and Sister Location coming up pretty soon. Dawko did just say the yeah, Hex Sister Location comes out. Actually, Security Breach plushies are coming out first now. He said that on Twitter. Security Breach is coming first. I believe either this month or next month. I think that's what he said. But I will check for the FNAF News video coming up. And then Sister Locations later after that. I'm not sure if it's still going to be December or early next year. We'll see. I don't think the Wrecking Crew will possess the toys. I think they'll possess the Sparky and maybe Ella and Shadow Freddy, you know, all the suits that were in the parts and service in the first film. Clapping, surely we're applauding because, you know, we got a cool music coming up. I mean, a cool. I read some epic music. We got a cool movie coming up. Hopefully, with some epic music, part of the soundtrack. New pizzeria is gonna be really exciting. I can't wait to see that. They did such a good job with the first pizzeria. I think the second one's gonna look awesome. Prediction video about FNAF 2? Yes, absolutely. I'm actually working right now on a bingo sheet for predictions for the second film with animator Hottest Dog. We're working on that together. So we'll do either a video or a stream going over our predictions and that bingo sheet that we have for the second film. We're working on that right now. We're scheduling a call hopefully sometime this week to finish it up. I say hopefully sometime this week, even though it is entirely my fault that it's not done just yet. But, yeah. Tina cameo. I think they're going to have the endoskeleton too. I don't show him here. But I think they're going to have another endoskeleton that lurks around the pizzeria. So I don't think it'll be Tina. But I absolutely think they're going to have another endo Easter egg lurking around. Endo 02 FNAF. Why did it resort to TD? Some Roblox game. That's weird. This guy. This is a picture of him with Bonnie, but hopefully you get my idea. Oh, never mind. Hold on. I got a picture of just him. It's a really low quality one. This guy. His name is Arnold. I think it... doesn't it go by both? I think Scott called him Arnold, and then the crew called them Tina. I think both names work. Will Mangle be in it? Yes, we've already seen the construction of Mangle. Scott wanted the endo to be called Arnold. I'm sure... I mean, you get the idea nonetheless, if I say Tina or if I say Arnold. It's the same thing. Yeah, they're absolutely gonna have another endoskeleton Easter egg. Wonder how big the puppet will be. I wonder when we're gonna see the puppet. I wonder if they're gonna be in any of the trailers or the teasers or what have you. Because obviously they're in the movie. Massive part of the game, massive part of the lore, already teased in the first movie. So I just wonder when we're gonna see them. Daytime scene? I really hope so. I really hope so. I'm so sad they cut that from the first movie. How will the Wizards come into play? I'm still speculating. The Wizards will just be the FNAF 1 characters. Retrieved from the carnage. The destruction of the first pizzeria collapsing. Even though they look like they're FNAF 2... You know, they're game accurate to the FNAF 2 Wizards. I think audiences should hopefully understand that these are the same characters, even if they look a bit different. That's what I think they're going to go for. How many puppeteers will Mangle need? Probably a bunch. Foxy had, what, 6? Mangle's going to need... I mean, at least double that, you know. Abandoned or running? I think it has to be running. Because the whole point, I feel like, of FNAF 2 is that it's the grand reopening. With the toys looking so shiny and so prestige? What word am I thinking of? I don't know. Yeah, with the toy animatronics just being so shiny and new, it has to be open. You know, it's just got to be open. What's with the tape on Withered Fox's nose? I'm sure it's just there to hold something in place while they're building the body. What horror elements am I hoping for? Horror, psychological horror, I guess, with the hallucinations. I mean, psychological horror is fresh in my mind because I just saw Smile 2, like I said. I loved that movie. That was great. The psychological horror in that was really, really good. And I think, I feel like that'd be a perfect fit for FNAF. Honking the nose. Abby should walk up to the show stage and honk Freddy's nose. Absolutely. I agree 1,000,000,000%. Shadow Bonnie, yep, I can see him being a little Easter egg character. Toy Freddy looks goofy. Well, that's why I think they're gonna start off as nice guys to Mike and Abby. I think they're gonna be friendly, and then they'll turn bad, and then that's when they remove their eyes. Toy Chica removes her beak and all that stuff. No, I don't think Vanessa will be the one to open the location. I don't think she'd do something like that. Seems very out of character. She very clearly is against her father. She knows how bad Freddy's is. I don't imagine her being like, oh, I'll just open a new location. You know? It'll be someone else, and I think that'll be... What'll be interesting, actually, this is something I didn't consider. I wonder if they change Jeremy to be like the new owner of the location. I can see them doing that. Where he's not a night guard, he's the owner of the new Freddy's. I actually like that idea more than him being a night guard. I actually really like that. Henry will reclaim ownership. I'm not sure. I guess it could be Henry. If it is Henry, though, I don't know. I feel like they might save Henry for flashbacks with William. And then in 3, he might show up present time. Markiplier owning Freddy's. Do I think Vanessa's coma will be show the nightmares and flashbacks? I feel like they're already introducing so many new characters, they can't bring in the nightmares. I really, really feel like the nightmares in 4 are going to be saved for a spin-off film. What could be interesting is for the spin-off films, they do, again, that origins with William and Henry opening Fredbear's, going into the backstory of Vanessa's relationship with William, and then that leads into the next spin-off film, which is FNAF 4-esque, and then it's Vanessa having to deal with the nightmares. I can see them doing that. Would the toys be possessed or AI? I don't know. In the games, they're possessed, I believe. But don't come at my throat if that's wrong. I feel like for this movie, they might do AI. And then, again, William hacks into them. They turn on Mike, Abby. They attack them. Living Tombstone return for the second film. I feel like it'd be cool. You know, It's Been So Long is a very iconic song. But I also feel like it'd be cool to give some other artists in the community some recognition. I can't really think of any FNAF 2 songs right now. But that'd be nice. We might actually have some live FNAF movie news right now.
We're about to start.
Oh yeah, here we go. We got some what looks like a brand new interview with Matthew Lillard talking about FNAF 2. Let me turn off the music actually, so we can hear him.
We're about to start. That's why I have this crazy beard.
It looks great, Matthew.
Dramatic. But I go to work to film the sequel in 8 days. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a couple days ago, I think.
10 days, somewhere in there. So we're about to go do the sequel, which is good news. So,
Oh, that's not nearly as exciting as I thought it would be. What did the caption say? Matthew said he grew out his beard. That means Afton flashbacks.
we're about to start. That's why I have this crazy beard.
Oh, okay. I mean, that just reinforces what we already kind of figured. Is that Matthew would film some flashbacks and then some present time stuff. But that's cool. Anything else, chat? Anything else we can think of? Predictions, thoughts, theories, FNAF 2 movie. Going for 2.5 hours. But it's been fun. Like I said, I would really like to start doing more regularly scheduled streams. And just talk about news. But also, we have to wait for pretty prominent news to happen, because we can't really talk about like new YouTube's figures for 2.5 hours. Toy Freddy looks oiled up. Just wait for Toy Chica. In addition to the Bite of 87, we also need a reference to Mark's other infamous line, "The first night usually isn't that bad. Chica jump scare." I mean, that's the same case as like YouTubers showing up. I hope they don't do it too often. Because it's you know, it's nice references, but it does, to a degree, take away from the film itself. Thought about Bite of 87 being referenced or actually shown. I think it'll be shown because it's FNAF 2, and I mean, that's when it happens. So I think we'll see the Bite of 87. And Doc will be in the corner. And Mark will obviously be there. Was that the Bite of 87? Found Jumbo Lefty? You mean that guy right there? Jumbo Lefty? My boy, Jumbo Lefty. No way. Withered Bonnie rips off his face? I wonder if we're going to get face. Withered Bonnie face. I think he'll stay faceless. Jane will buy Freddy's and make more animatronics to kill Mike. That is really absurd. I'm not sure if I like that. Just seems pretty extreme for her character, for what is ultimately a pretty minor character. Despite being a major female villain or whatever she was advertised as. I don't think Vanessa will be Vanny. It's extremely out of character. Extremely out of character. She very clearly doesn't like her father. She has a very traumatic past with her father. And I don't see her turning into a killer herself. Who do I think will get the most kills? I'd like for it to be Withered Foxy. I feel like he's going to be the most intimidating guy. Funko just showed some Withered Pops. Did they now? I do not believe they did, because I feel like I would have gotten an alert for that. I feel like Scarlet Joker would have tweeted about it. I'm not seeing them, my friend. You may have seen some fan-made pops. Cupcake will return. I mean, Torchica has the toy cupcake, so yeah. Vanbot theory, though. You guys just be making up stuff now. I can't stand it. Anytime I go on Twitter, it's like, you know, Shatter Duo Golden. It's like you're just mashing words together. What the hell does Vanbot mean? That she's a robot? We know she's not. We've seen her unmasked. I think the Wizards will absolutely have the most kills. Toy Cupcake looks like a plushie. Well, no wonder they made that guy then. Right there. There's the movie Cupcake plushie. Bow, 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 bow. The mango. The mango. Oh yeah, the new Withered Golden Freddy Pop looks insane. I haven't been able to... That'll be in the FNAF News video in the next couple days, obviously, but that looks... I'll show it here as a... exclusive to the stream. It's not exclusive because it's been out for a while. Well, you know what I mean. Until I show it in a news video soon. But, oh my goodness. Chat, if you guys have not seen this, boom. Freaking insane. Absolutely insane. I really hope, since Funko's lost the plushies and action figure license, that they start getting back into pops and minis, and they release a lot more of those guys. Because if more pops stick with this quality, oh my gosh. Funko, you, like, please, take my entire wallet. I don't think we'll get a special poster or a teaser or a trailer or anything like that for the anniversary of the game FNAF 2 in November. I think we'll just get some behind the scenes of filming. They're only going to be a month into filming, so they don't have enough for a teaser trailer or anything like that. But some behind the scenes, absolutely. Yeah, this guy looks absolutely peak. Apparently, some people are starting to spot him in Hot Topics. So, if you like him, maybe go check your Hot Topic. Maybe he's in stock. That'd be great. Because he looks insane. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to get him. And I really hope they do some of the other Wizards. We've gotten Withered Bonnie in the past. I'm looking right at him. Got this guy who looks insane. Withered Freddy, Chica, Foxy. Just waiting on those guys. Oh, wait, we're already getting those guys. I completely forgot. We are getting those guys. Golden Friday. He looks insane. He looks so good. So good. Yeah, I'm quickly looking through my Twitter to see if there's anything else of note.
Prepare to have your mind blown.
Prepare to have your mind blown, chat. I've talked about this to, a billion times, but if you've not already, sign up for the sweepstakes. Maybe you'll get a chance to go to the red carpet premiere of Freddy's 2. Maybe. I know Blumhouse reached out to a few FNAF accounts, including myself, which was great. Lovely talking to them again, to promote the sweepstakes. So they're really trying to push for it, chat. So if you haven't signed up already, go do so. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing out on any massive FNAF news that I need to talk about right now. I'm pretty sure it can all wait till a couple days from now when I've got a new news video out. Do I think YouTubes are better than Pops? If Funko keeps making that quality of Funko Pops, it'll be a tight race. It'll be a tight race. But also, I mean, like we looked at earlier, YouTube's just revealed their Springtrapped Afton figure. And that also looks insane. So right now, I'd say they're on, like, equal footing in terms of quality. Like, they just look insane. They look so good. So, honestly, I'm not trying to pick sides. I think both companies are doing a really good job right now. The Freddy... Oh, no, I didn't get the Freddy Nindroid figure. I know people are getting them. I saw Springs' review. It looks good. It's just I haven't had time to pick it up just yet. Is it still in stock? I hope it is. Firework Freddy plush? Somewhere, I think. I don't know. My room is a endless pit of FNAF merch. Funko doesn't use the stupid eyes. I don't get the hate behind the eyes. I'll give it a stack. I think it looks fine. I don't know. But I think with that, chat, I think that's going to be the end of the stream. We've been going for over 2.5 hours. Quite frankly, a bit longer than I was expecting, but it was a fun time talking about FNAF 2. Like I just mentioned, I am going to... Yeah, Baldy's down there. Baldy, you got Jumbo Josh as well, peeking out behind the corner of the camera. Yeah, like I said, 2 FNAF news videos coming up early this week, and then there is also going to be one at the end of this week. So then we are all caught up once filming for FNAF 2 begins next week, literally 1 week from today, 7 days, on the 27th, filming begins. And we are expecting some photos from Scott. So that is the current timeline of videos for this channel. You got, like I just said, news video coming out next couple of days, another one at the end of the week, and then another movie news video 1 week from today. And then at some point I'll do a short eating this, the FNAF cotton candy, but oh boy have I been delaying it because I really don't want to eat this. But I'm sure it's just going to taste like regular cotton candy, so what do I have to lose? But that is going to do it for this stream. Thank you all so much for coming out. Hope you guys have been having a good weekend so far, and hopefully we are in for a very exciting next couple of weeks with the beginning of filming. It's a very exciting time. Very exciting time. So thank you all so much for coming out, and I'll see you all very soon for some more FNAF news. Have a good rest of your day. Bye now. Bye, chat. Have a good day. See you on the flip side.